Meeting on Monday, make sure that comes up. Oh, man. Life in the Tad Pad, Paris.
Andy, can you talk about Stephon? Looked like he was really good in the second half.
Yeah, boy, you know, we literally gave him IVs before the game. We'd like for him to finish the game because he's our playmaker. Snoop was struggling a little bit tonight, had a couple of turnovers. Jarvis was steady. I was trying to rest him as much as possible for him to have pop down the stretch. It was hard to keep him off the floor because he was controlling the ball. And then, you know, Moody's got the guy, he's got the gear to separate. So we're just trying to put him in actions where he can get separation. South Carolina is very, very good defensively. Top 10 in the country in efficiency. Different than Kentucky in that they don't have the abundance of rim protectors, but they don't allow you to get to your spot. They run you off these screens, so we couldn't get into a lot of our similar actions. So we were just trying to get some isolations where Moody had some space to make a play. Huge threes for us down the stretch, which put it away.
How much are the actions that you're running for Moody similar to what you did for Marshall?
Similar, but we've put a few wrinkles in because he has really an ability to separate. So we've tried to utilize that as best we could. And honestly, he's just now getting comfortable in his reads. Once his reads get better, I think the space will be created much more readily.
Are the IVs something you're going to have to do with him each game?
I hope not, man. I hope not. It becomes a real hassle on the road because, you know, we don't have a doctor, and doctors have to administer them, and then you're at the mercy of your opponent's doctor. But it's something that we're looking into. We certainly don't want to run into the situation we did Tuesday.
You talked a couple weeks ago about you figuring out, you know, which guys played well together, who could protect each other. Are some of the guys on this team beginning to figure out how to play with one another a little bit better?
I hope so. There's still times, Neil, that we're putting guys in positions to fail. I thought we did it a couple of times late in the game where we got dribble penetration to the middle of the floor. We're throwing these lobs thinking somebody's going to go up and make a play. It's really the guard's mistake for putting that big in that position. That's not what we are. With us, every player has a strength and a weakness, and what I'm trying to do is have combinations to cover ourselves, and I think we're getting better at that.
Is it fair to say that Jarvis and Stephen kind of learned how to play better together as the course of the season?
I think so. I think the biggest thing is Moody is becoming more assertive as opposed to watching Jarvis. He's becoming more assertive and in essence helping Jarvis. A lot of times early in the season I thought we were ball watching a lot. Everybody's watching Jarvis dribble around and nobody knows how aggressive that they need to be. I think we've started to figure that out.
You held them to their lowest point total this year. I mean, what made you guys so effective defensively, especially on the perimeter?
I thought in the first half, you know, our man was pretty good early. Then they started beating us off some dribble penetration. He's got strong, powerful guards who dribble through contact. Second half, we really mixed in matches to try to keep them off balance. I thought the 1-3-1 hurt them. It allowed us to get a couple of steals. We made a couple of plays in the open floor. And then when we went back to the half-court trap, I also thought it was effective. The zone bothered them. They're not a volume three-point shooting team. Statistics say that through this part of the season, nor are they a high-percentage team. So we wanted to make sure that we didn't allow them to split us and force them to make perimeter shots, and they didn't make any late.
How good was it to see, you know, to have that effort at Kentucky and then to come back and have another clean effort?
I told them really the standard's been changed. You know, we all, through 13 games, we've seen some high points and we've seen some low points. But when we went into Rupp Arena in that environment, and the only thing that bothered me about some of the commentary afterwards was a lot of people said that, well, Kentucky didn't play well. No, Kentucky played well. Kentucky goes 11 for 20 from three. Today at Texas A&M, they go to double OT, and they shot less than 20%. So we took their best shot, and you know, we put them on the foul line 40 times. We had the ball. We had a couple of loose ball turns, so we took them to the mat. So my hope was that our guys saw that this is the new standard. This is what we're capable of doing if we take the right approach. College basketball, you guys watch it just like I do, man. Every game is an adventure in and of itself. And if we take the right approach, this team's got a chance.
Andy, y'all played that game on Tuesday. You know, having that extra day, maybe not playing on a Wednesday or Thursday, having that extra day to help turn the page, do you think that helped at all, you know, having more time?
I'd like to say it did because we played pretty well. With us, you know, we're already 15 games in. I'm playing Jarvis a lot of minutes. I'm playing guys heavy minutes. And when you do as much stuff as we do, offensively and defensively, practices can drag on because you have to work on every different segment. So I have to be very conscious of making sure that when it's game time, we're at our best.
Did you sense during the week that guys had taken some confidence from that game at Rupp? I mean, I know it was disappointing and all that, but did you?
I hope we tried to show them a lot of positives coming out of there. The biggest thing being the fight. We were always in the fight. I thought we were in the fight for the most part tonight. We didn't shoot it as well. You know, in Rupp we shoot 49%. Today we shoot 41%. But we were always in the fight. And this team's got to stay in the fight. If it does, again, I still think we've got a ceiling that would be, it would be good for us to reach.